You're offline, mate. Hey, you're. Sorry. Been a long day for me. Well, not so much long, just had to wake up. No good reason.
Find a way into the crypt.
Hey boys and girls, do you know that Lucas was playing 2077 earlier today? Naughty.
I'm getting my ass kicked because I'm not gonna fucking play it on hard mode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I told you, it's like mega, mate.
Fuck, that's ridiculous hard mode.
Yeah, play on regular.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it on regular.
That's why I'm on Please Don't Hurt Me Mummy mode. On PlayStation. Because I thought, yeah, this will be easy. Hard mode, no. New game. So I had to build V again. This is sort of but you got a good feel for the game, eh?
Decaying bones. Kikimors must have tunneled into the grave.
Mouth on fire. Must be eating shit.
Kikimor eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
Slowly sipping on a big ass glass of pineapple
Some
juice.
stench.
Hey, that's something she's on there. It's on a grab. Pineapple juice.
Yep. Pineapple juice kick later.
Jickamores.
Yay.
Bug oil. White honey to get rid of the poison meat. And fire. Fire! Skirters, these things suck. Oh yeah, like that crazy ass giant.
Ooh. Nice headgear.
Yeah.
That is a rock flea. Edward Penis Hands? Oh, hang on, I've got to close my glasses.
Dinosaur's gonna go physically look for a dentist.
Yeah,
Trying to find one online is bullshit.
yeah. Mate, pick the closest one and build a relationship with them.
There's a little bat. Oh, you better use one of those.
Yep.
Wanna try it again? Want a noodle?
No, it's so spicy.
No, it's so spicy.
It rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough.
Downstairs.
Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
You wanna try one?
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home,
How
where we
is your
live before
noodle?
the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food.
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Pretty easy to tell the difference.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kermoran, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first test.
Wow.
It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew
you will
a
eat that hot
decoction which
shit.
Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name: resonance. Once imbibed,
Burn a
it sends
ring of
one
fire
into a
tomorrow.
trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
You like the mama.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Your water.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what did Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly.
It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia. Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Gotta ask you the big question. What everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlaff, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlaff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seemed I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. But I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Or betting a wench.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
I'm gonna get through.
Finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived, entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely... It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial.
Like he did last time.
Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
The tears of an orphan?
The tears in the Quit. Why more? So it's another cemetery. Get the fuck out.
Huh? Is that me?
Yeah, just reading your your message.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin. Damn, Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Occasion.
I'm back.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Let's see. Now I got you at 200%, so it should be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Maybe you gotta use your poison.
I am.
A lot of mouth or something, maybe.
That fucking spin is poison. Like, shit coming out of his butt is poison.
Yeah. That's a good guy.
spores will sprout again. Should destroy the area if I want to get rid of them for good.
Zans jumped up again. Why oh why did I take out a loan in foreign currency? This heartless bitch will have my hide. Fucking twat wobbles.
Yes, purple and blue ones. Yeah. Oh, come on, Twitch. Better?
Key required.
Bugger.
Well, I might find a key in here.
Yeah.
Would you quit fucking.
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
monster nest over there.
Good then.
Hooray for that.
Ha.
Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the panthers at least.
Suspicious individuals that began hanging around outside the cabin have been forced to implement additional security measures. I suspect they are the common criminal searching for shiny, who steal and have no real interest in research, but better safe than sorry. Furthermore, on the advice of an engineer acquaintance of mine, I have decided to secure the premises with a single mechanical device. In one of the rooms along the route to a laboratory, I have installed a mechanism for locking and unlocking the doors, which is operated by using orbitary stones placed high up on the wall. I can bypass this lock with ease by using a spell. A common issue will be faced with a double challenge. The person has noticed the stones of their purpose, then he must find a way to press them.
Oh.
Did it.
Pity it's illegal here, but I love one of those little crossbows.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Impressive. It's just decoration.
What you guessed.
Gargoyles, I think they're elementals. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's getting better. It's getting better. Damn it. Back where I started. Started. Damn it, wrong again. Could be some clue around here. All right. Now to find the next portal. Damn it, back where I started. Portal. Statues seem oddly oriented, as if to all face in one direction. The right portal, maybe?
Yay. Okay.
Trying to go where these statues are facing, but
Yeah.
the one underneath is broken.
Damn it, back where I started.
Dude, facing this way, which takes me to the next room. Right?
Yeah.
And last time I tried that one, and it took me back where I started, so I tried this one.
Yeah.
Right? See, because it's facing that way. That takes me to there.
Yeah.
Now to find the next
The one on
portal.
So you gotta
bottom-
do.
The one on the bottom here is blocked by rocks, so I can't
Okay.
break. The second one up takes me back to the beginning, so now I'm going to try the third one.
Yeah. It dropped me mad, mate. Really would.
Try this one. Aha.
Must be where Moreau has lived. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly.
Before embarking on any specifications of a gun by witches or both researching them, one should be
Yeah.
aware of the specific physiology and biochemistry of these creatures. The transformations they experienced during the trial in grass, which were one irreversible, cause witches to become infertile, while significantly increasing their physical strength and sharpening their senses. The process also deprived witches of emotions and human reflexes. Although information of the trial of grass is other transformations, to which the depth of which the subject is strictly protected by master witches and witcher sorcerers, Ludovic Celestine, and the emit of three scolopendromorphs, a strain of giants, and more commonly known as pale widows, costume races of witches. However, all research confirming this theory is flawed as it was. Never mind the weird sound of the so-called giants of the deeds for my own comfort. Dearly have I paid for my wrongs, exiles of the deserts and steppes of the insidious green country, where all the senses and flavors are so intensely linked to city, fills my heart with sorrow and regret. My only comfort seems to be a small colony of scolopendros or more scolopendromorphs, here referred to as giant centipedes that live in the vicinity of my hut. These wonderful creatures, the sight of which remind me of home, have most likely chosen this area to settle in because of the presence of shellmires, whose drop-ins constitute the food of smaller animals, which in turn are consumed by scolopendros. Sometimes I sneak up on them when they are feeding and admire their hooked limbs, mandibles so sturdy they seem to be made of iron, and chitinous thoraces shiny enough to let one gaze upon one's reflection.
I want to go stare at my reflection in a giant bug.
It's hurt. What happened? What happened? You bit your hand? You thirsty? Want a drink? Hey, want a drink? That's a giant centipede. You're yes, insectoid.
They're down.
What are you doing?
Down.
So this the biggest.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
Happens. Slide down the stairs, really?
Just need to pick an entry.
This entry.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcher, let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments. Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell. Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. To myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed. And Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
Hole in the wall.